on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas. The roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Bit of a haymaker right after the starting bell, Charles. One play on the ground, and you're already on the other side of the 50.
I like how you went boxing there. Essentially went from the weigh-in to walking into the ring, being introduced, and firing away. Big shot early.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Texans are 3-6 now on the year, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now, this defense for the Commanders, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it?
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Brissett to the right side and complete to Thomas. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Brissett to throw on 1st. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Here's Mills. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. First and 10, it's Pierce. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the shotgun, it's Mills. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line. Back to the ground with Pierce. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 10 more there and another 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and
he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Jonathan Allen, the former 1st-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Texans! O.J. Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Brissett sets to throw it. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Brissett throw complete there to Thomas. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Brissett now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. 1st down, a bit of a disaster. And now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Brissett. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, a 20-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is up to 8. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Jadon Nickens now from his end zone. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. He'll let one go deep for Howard. It got his man complete. Touchdown. O.J. Howard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans are back within a couple of the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. Here's Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. Fielded just inside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Mills on 1st down. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Pierce now up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Damian Pierce, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
For a tight end, he's got good straight-line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Brissett. Over the middle, complete. That's Thomas. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll throw again. Brissett. He's got it to Gibson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw, Brissett. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
On second and goal, Brissett. And it's caught. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. As the first half is winding down, and the Commanders have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks are starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. Third and long. On play action, Mills. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Mills. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? We'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From the 45 on second down, Brissett. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now Brissett. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Throwing, Brissett. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Commanders are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300-yard.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the end zone, this is Mickens. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. On first and 10, Mills. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he's got room. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. They go again with Pierce. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's second and a yard. Brissett. That's going to be, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Texans scoop it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Mills going to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount. And this is going to be intercepted. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that from the pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. So stop from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And he's going the wrong way again. He'll lose yardage here back to the 5. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and they have taken taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 9 yards that time.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards that time.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. One more time with Gibson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Important extra point up and through. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, this is Mickens. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Mills. He finds his tight end. And a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. He's got room at the 30. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. It'll be a touchback. The ball brought out to the 25 as Mickens will not return it. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A first down throw for Mills. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Open man there is Collins, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. First down, Mills. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Again, it's Mills. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
That's caught, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this will be recovered by Washington, and that should just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Washington, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Houston, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.